When I worked in Congress, I was the chief counsel in the subcommittee that, among other things, oversaw the civil service. Ever since the establishment of the federal government, there have been civil servants. Through the first 100 years of the nation, these employees were appointed by the incoming administration, so there was an almost complete overhaul of personnel within each new administration. These jobs were political appointments and were considered the spoils of winning the election. Corruption, graft, and incompetence characterized the civil service. Payoffs for political support were common. There were attempts at reforms over the years, but they were thwarted by politicians who liked the spoils system. That changed when an office seeker assassinated President James Garfield for denying him a position in government. In response, the Pendleton Act was passed, establishing a civil service based on merit and not political connections. As the government grew, this civil service functioned as a stabilizing force for government programs. Professionals filled its ranks that oversaw incredibly complex systems such as finance, defense, law enforcement, securities, taxation, and multiple social service agencies. When I worked in Congress, I knew many top career government workers. They were hired and promoted based on merit. By and large, they were dedicated public servants. Donald Trump campaigned on draining the swamp. But what swamp? His constant lying inflames people and diverts their attention to his real motives, which is to politicize and weaponize the civil service, introducing corruption to the government unseen since the 19th century. King Solomon said, God hates those whose heart devise wicked schemes and whose feet rush into evil. This is what's happening now. Is that what you want? To learn more about politics and the gospel, consider my new book on Amazon, How Politics Has Distorted the Gospel.